Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of I Wish Someone Had Told Me. Today's topic is family drama. I have not like a large family, but we are a social loud family, so that sometimes it feels like we're a large family. We're not. We're very opinionated people, so I can definitely relate to anyone who has family drama. And my family loves telling me their opinions all the time, and it's like left and right, no matter for everything, for school, for work, for kids, everything. Even the way I dress, the way I put my makeup, it's insane. So today's episode, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my experiences and some tips and tricks for dealing with family drama and that kind of thing. So I am a pretty young mama. I'm going to turn 19 in a couple weeks. So my parents and my family just love telling me what they think I should do, what I shouldn't do, and like they love just telling me stuff and like throwing all their clothes at me and not in their opinions and everything. Like, oh, you should wear this and that. You should use a blanket. You should use this diaper. You should like they like just telling me everything. Like, and they don't give me room to breathe and kind of figure out what I want to do. And so my first tip for family drama, device, that kind of thing, is kind of just take a deep breath, relax. Cause you know what? No matter what you're gonna do, they're your family. They love you. They want to support you and help you make your life easier. So whatever life experiences they've had, they just want to tell you everything that they know, so that you don't have to go through it. So they're just doing it out of love. So my first tip is just relax. For people who are pregnant, this may be extremely hard because your hormones are like up to here, and you want to push people down and like yell at them and throw things, and it's not good because they don't want to stop talking. So I would definitely just find your own like kind of initiative to relax. For me, I use a stress ball because it really helps. I like stress ball. It's good. So that's my advice. Find something that helps you relax, where it's listening to calming music or just massaging your forehead or using a stress ball like I do. So yeah. Number 2 is when people, before they even start talking, go to them and let them kind of know that you're like that you want to find out your own path, and say thank you. I like kind of explain to them that you know that they care and they love you, but you kind of just feel like they're overwhelming you. So I think that's very important, letting people know that you appreciate their advice, but that they need to kind of like lean a little back from the explosion, the diarrhea explosion of the mouth with the advice. It's helpful because sometimes people, they kind of go on rampages and they don't realize that they're kind of bombarding you too much and it's kind of driving you insane, and they don't realize it because they think they're being helpful. So just kind of like even before they get into it, just be like, oh, I understand that you're doing this out of love, but you know what, I need to kind of figure out my own self, and I appreciate you, and I'll come to you if I need something. Please can kind of back off the device. And most of the time they'll kind of respect your price, your need for space, and they'll be like, oh, okay. But yeah. And number 3 is always make sure to let people know that their advice is important to you and stuff like that by actually going to them for advice. Don't just say, oh yeah, I'll come to you for advice, and never go to them for advice, because that will make people extremely angry and that will not help your cause at all. So I would definitely go to people for advice, and go to people that you know that they have good advice. Like, don't just go to somebody because you said you know some advice. Like, you have advice about what diaper brand to you. Don't just go to someone that hasn't had a kid in like 7 years and like be like, okay, well, what diaper brand should I use? And they only have like one kid. Go to someone that that advice niche is their forte. Like, go to someone who's had maybe 3 kids in the last 3 years, a kid in the last 2 years, and has had multiple kids. So they kind of have the idea, okay, but don't like go to someone that's only had 1 kid 7 years ago. Like, they're not gonna know. And my next tip is to don't expect all advice to be good, because a lot of times it will just be crappy advice that doesn't even apply to you. And take all the advice in stride, but don't, and like write it down or somewhere that you'll be able to find it, but you don't have to actually use it. Just acknowledging the fact that they have given you the advice, it's really what they really want to know, that you have taken in, you kind of like process it, and you know that you have it in case. Like, that will make them feel good. And also, getting your little group of friends or family members that you know you will always go to advice is really, really important, because if you let people know that you appreciate advice, but you're gonna go to this certain amount of people and be like that you have a certain amount of people that have told you, and they're gonna go to for advice, and that you and letting the people know that you already know things that they're telling you will probably stop them from telling you. I had an aunt who used to come to me all the time for advice and stuff like this, and then give me stuff, and I was like, you know what, I have my 2 other aunts I'm really close to, and they're giving me all those advice and giving me it, and some of the things you already told me I already know, so I really appreciate it, but you don't need to tell me again. And she was like, okay, you know what, I can leave you alone now. So yeah, those are some tips and tricks for the family drama. Just letting people know that you appreciate advice, but that you don't really, that you gotta need to find your own way on your own. Because sometimes people, especially when you're a young mom, they feel like they need to be overprotective and like show you the way, because they feel like you don't know what you're doing yet, because you haven't developed that instinct of what you should be doing. So they kind of feel like they need to tell you. But letting people know that you appreciate advice, and that you have, letting them know that you feel good that you have people that you can lean on is great. But you need to find your way is important, because if they keep telling you what to do, you will never be comfortable being on your own, doing your own thing. You need to figure out what works for you, and if people keep telling you what to do, it's just going to make it a whole lot worse. So just be appreciative that you have people there to support you, but don't, make sure to let them know that you need, even though you're young, you kind of know what you need to do, you just need to find your way a little bit more, and kind of be your own, because you won't always have them, and if they're always helping you, you're never going to figure out how to do anything by yourself. But yeah, asking first is never a bad thing, and making mistakes is never a bad thing either. I have made many in my life, so I can totally vouch for that. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks for parenthood. I have so many crazy stories about the first time I tried to change a diaper was a horrific experience. I had to have my mother come and help do it like the first 7 times, because I could not figure out how to do it. And she had to show me how to do the laundry for the cloth diapers, because I did not do that, and I almost like flooded the house. And then another time I was walking with the stroller for the first time with the kids, and I was like in freaking over panic mode, because I wasn't like every time someone coughed I would get like paranoid, and like I was like I didn't want to leave the house like for the first 3 months, and I was like afraid to go anywhere, and I was like one of those overbearing crazy mothers that was afraid to make any noise, to go anywhere, to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. I was like this one of those parents, and I would walk. Remember, the first time I walked with the stroller, I was like so paranoid. It was not even funny. I was like so scared and uncomfortable, because I felt like if I do something wrong, it was gonna be a big major thing. And like every time I'd go over a crack and it'd be like a bump and it would go like this, I'd freak out. And I like remember the first time I came home, I was like crying, and my mom was like, "What are you crying about?" I'm like, "I can't do this. I was walking with the stroller, and there was bumps and bumps and bumps, and baby kept crying, and I was like freaking out, and I didn't know what to do." And she told me something that I think really stuck with me. She goes, "The hardest thing about being a parent is accepting that you have to make mistakes, and that accepting the fact that that mistakes will happen, and that you can't protect your child from every little thing in the world. The best thing you can do for your child is learn to be the best parent you can be, and make sure to teach them all the key ingredients that they will need to face the world by themselves when they get older." And I think that really stuck with me, because it made me realize that even though I didn't want to go outside because I was afraid of the germs, and I didn't want to go on the stroller because there's going to be bumps and then the baby's going to cry, and I didn't want to go in large family groups because the baby would get tired and I had to put the baby to sleep, and then I had to put the baby upstairs, and I couldn't stay with the baby upstairs while I was sleeping because I had to be downstairs for parties and stuff like that, and I was afraid to have the touch screen because of germs, and then talking too loud would wake the baby up, and the baby would start crying, and it was so many different factors, and I think it was getting to me so much, and I was like, I had to protect him. Like, he's too small, he's too little, he can't protect himself. And my mom's like, you can't protect them from everything. You need to like relax. You need to understand that you will make mistakes. Other people will make mistakes. The best you could do is teach yourself and your child what they need to survive. So that really helped me a lot. And I still was a lot paranoid for the first 6 months. But it kind of calmed down a little more than it was before, so that was good. But yeah, I did not sleep or eat that much for the first month. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I was like literally like this with the baby, and and I was literally sleeping in the nursery the entire time. Oh, I didn't. It was really bad. I think it's like that for first moms. So any first moms out there, I feel for you. It's crazy. Like literally, I would like sleep next to Curb. I didn't want to leave. I felt so bad leaving the room. Like, oh my god, what if he makes a mistake and he's me and I have to get up and go? And I'm a deep sleeper and I just didn't want to deal with this. So I was like, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, so those are my stories and my advice for dealing with family drama. Your family loves you, and you can never get rid of family drama completely, 100%. But those are some good ways that I've dealt with it personally. Because, like I said, my family's really overbearing and protective, especially because I'm so young. They like to tell me what to do. So I think even no matter how young you are, even though it's good to have advice and support and stuff like that, you know if what you need to do for you and your child. So you don't need people telling what to do, no matter how young you are. And I think that, because you're young, people feel the need to protect you, and it can stunts your growth as a parent and as a person, and it makes you feel less confident in yourself and your abilities, and it makes it harder for you to find your way, and makes you depend on people more to take care of you and your child. So my personal advice is just tell people to kind of back off a little bit and let you find your way, and you will make mistakes. Your baby will cry a lot. You will panic. You will not know what in the world you're doing. You will freak out because everything is going wrong, and then anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and you will just flip out a lot. But the most important thing too is remain calm and relax, and remember that you were given the ability to have children for a reason. You could do anything. Nothing's impossible. The first couple months will be hard, but you will find your way eventually, and you will get there. So that's my personal reason for not wanting people to help me so much, is because I felt like if I let them help me so much, I would depend on them, and then I wouldn't be doing my own. So even though it's hard at first couple months, it's for the best, pretty much. I feel like, but it is okay to ask for help sometimes. It's not like you can never ask someone to help you calm the baby down if the baby's crying a lot. Like, it's not like a big deal. But yeah, that's the end of my story. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys these tricks and tips of helping you deal with family drama and family interference helps you. If you guys have any funny family drama stories or family interference stories, or you're a teen mom and you've dealt with this kind of problem before, leave your comments down below, or or if you have any tips and tricks that help you deal with family drama, comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe to this vlog, this video, as well as all my other videos. I have some fun videos and events and meetups and information coming up really soon, and as blogs as well. You can check me out on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram under the name of Victoria Safay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you all have a great day, weekend. I am doing a video for tomorrow, which is Memorial Day. I'm planning to have my family and stuff for that, but I would definitely do a video. I'm starting school so next week, on Tuesday, so my schedule's maybe a little more scarfed. I'm still gonna try and vlog every day except Sundays, but I may have to switch around a little bit depending on how hectic my schedule is. And for those of you that don't know, updates, I am going to LeakyCon this year and Playlist Live in New York City in the fall. I think it's November. And LeakyCon is in 2 weeks. I may go to VidCon, I may not. I'm not exactly sure yet. We will see. I'm also going to Canada this summer, which I'm really excited about, to visit my cousins and stuff like that. So I will do a vlog on that. And also next year we are going to Florida again with me and my family and everything like that. So I'm definitely gonna do a vlog on that. And for you guys that don't know, I got my driving permit this year, which I'm excited about. But yeah, I'm also gonna start driving lessons soon, so I will definitely be taping that as well. I'll make a little segment for that. And I'm going next week in the city to get my passport picture. So I'm gonna spend the day in the city, so I'll do a vlog on that also. And I have a couple fun events that are coming up. There are a couple of fun events coming up in the city later this summer and stuff like that. And So yeah, and I'll be taking myself on summer vacation, doing summer giveaways, makeup tips, food tricks, beach hair tutorials, vacation events, that kind of stuff. Baking thing, and also we're going on the vacations and stuff like that, and going to museums and movies and a lot of fun events in the summer in the city. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So those are all the fun videos you can expect to see this summer. So it's gonna be a fun couple months. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good Memorial Day tomorrow, and yep, that's it. Bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.